What's up, guys? I think it's Wednesday. This is definitely SJU. I have an amazing panel. I'm Joe, Dan, Spencer, and Slipknot, the core four, as we call ourselves, you guys. The four horsemen in the house. Very excited to have Slipknot here. Very excited to have the two of you here, my sweet, sweet brothers, to talk about the official death of Marvel TV. Kevin,
Pour out a little bit of La Croix on the table. Just a splash.
Just a little. All right. Enough. That's exactly enough.
My
for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Defenders. Hey, Ryan, can you just wipe that off on Ryan's face? Thank you very much.
Realizing that.
Thank you. It's a special show today because we've got two Ryans and a lot to get through. And by a lot to get through, I mean we're talking about Marvel TV and the Home Alone reboot.
Been cleaned.
Yeah, I've been cleaning it.
You have?
Yes.
I'm cleaning it now.
I started cleaning the table.
There's not a centimeter of dust on it. I'm sorry, I just noticed that.
Thank you. So this is official yesterday. This is via Deadline, with the slate. The slate has been dwindling for Marvel TV over the past year. Jeff Loeb is officially set to depart. The television-focused Marvel division is officially being phased out at Disney. TV projects that are currently in production will continue, but any further development is being scrapped. As a result, the definition of layoffs is happening. A significant portion of the unit's staff is being cut. Show-wise, this includes the 4 announced animated series are surviving. The live-action Hellstrom, which I've wanted since I was a boy, is surviving, and the final season of ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Will still be made. Some TV staffers are being shuffled around, being reassigned, and then some are just sort of being cut completely. It seems like this week is sort of like their Hell Week, when those are never fun to go through. So
well, end of the year is big. You'll see a lot of these. Unfortunately, I think you're going to see several more of these stories as we approach the end of the year, because it's they're just cutting the fat. Around the holidays, which is the perfect time to do it. Just a great time to do it.
Well, Spencer, you'll agree with me. I mean, the holidays cure everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you stuff yourself full of ham. Who cares if you can't pay for it?
Exactly. You already pre-ordered it at Honey Baked.
Yeah.
You might as well.
You're already at your parents' house anyways. Just move in.
Hey, what's a time you guys cried while eating Christmas dinner?
So many.
so many. So this hasn't. So additionally, in what obviously, in what could have been a creative lifeline for the TV unit, all of the new Marvel shows on Disney Plus are purely through Feige and the Marvel Entertainment division. The stuff wasn't like really a surprise. This is more just the official, the axe is down, the trigger has been pulled, the mothership over Washington has officially fired the beam, the White House has exploded.
That movie, by the way, now belongs to Disney.
Oh, God. Yes, you're right. Well, Jeff Loeb will not be overseeing the television adaptation of it.
No.
Oh, boy. So let's do a little in memoriam for Marvel TV. What'd they do good? What'd they do bad? What you gonna miss?
You know what I liked about Marvel TV is they had some damn good villains. Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, one of the best Marvel villains you'll ever see. Fancy British boys Kilgrave, he was great.
Yep.
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali was fantastic.
In the mix.
Even jumping to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No.
Kyle MacLachlan, fantastic, weird, bad guy.
He was a super weird good guy.
Oh, he was just chewing scenery, having a great time, pouring out for Kyle MacLachlan. Slipknot, what do you think? You're from the other side of the pond. From a DC perspective, what do you think about Marvel TV shutting
British?
down?
He's got as many lines on this show as he did in the movie.
Hopefully we will have something for you to climb shortly.
Yes.
But with the cameo,
He's really only here if there's some climbing that needs to be done.
Yeah, honestly, this was a bad pick for you. You know what is going to climb because Slipknot's here? The views. Ooh. So, I don't know. Any surprises about what's still going? Are you actually surprised they're going to finish out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I mean, it's all been grandfathered in. But to look back to just like the in memoriam part, I feel bad like for Jeff Loeb, number one, and for people that work for Marvel TV, which is now being folded under the umbrella, because it's like you kind of think if you're there, like what more could we do? Like on the animation front, they made several animated series that ran for a long time, that were hits, that were successes, that kept those, that going. Now those are all going to be done at the other side. They relaunched Daredevil, completely relaunched Daredevil, only to have the movies completely ignore the fact that they had successfully relaunched Daredevil. They launched Luke Cage, they launched Jessica Jones. Defenders didn't do so well. Iron Fist didn't do so well. But there's a lot of Marvel, other Marvel projects that also didn't do so well. Like Legion was a weird ass show that people dug. That was unlike anything else that was being produced. The first season of Punisher, was they also had just some crappy luck with Agent Carter was well received, but nobody really watched it. They rolled with the punches with the MCU. They had the entire premise of their show blown up and managed to reinvent it, and they got a great late career Bill Paxton role out of it. Yeah. It's like they took everything that was thrown at them and still delivered, and their thanks for it is at the end of the day, bye.
Yeah. Well,
we'll never acknowledge what you did, and goodbye.
But they never did, even when they were existing and on top, so to speak. Like there must have been some personal beef between Feige and Jeff Loeb or whoever was running it before him.
Well, Feige's it could have been his brother. No, that makes him sound like a horrible monster person. But I mean, he's been Phantom Menacing back there for I fully think Kevin Feige's today's kind of like, long have I waited. No.
Ever since I was made to produce the Hulk, I have waited for this day.
To finally stretch out and maintain his grip. Star Wars will be next. I'm calling it still.
Sure. But now it's, all right, you got what you wanted. And
Can you deliver?
If the TV's mixed successes, more successes than failures, which is great, but they, like you were saying, they did, Iron Fist was bad.
Inhumans
was bad. If he thinks that he can have the same ratio of everything is good or better on the TV side, okay. You're off to a good start with Mandalorian. I don't know how much he has to do with that. Not much.
Nothing.
But as far as Disney Plus streaming services, which is where this stuff is going, if they can maintain that level of quality for everything, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, you're right. No, I mean, there's a huge tall order now, especially with the extra badge of it doesn't just definitively count for the MCU, but this stuff has to all be home runs for the rebuild phase. They lost so many of their A-listers, and now they have to really sell their audience on Scarlet Witch and She-Hulk and Moon Knight, and
these are going to weave into the movies too.
Yeah, exactly.
He's finally getting what people have been asking for, but on his own terms. So
right,
they're tossing a home run though into the trash. Though Daredevil was a home run.
Yeah.
Daredevil was a dead character.
Yeah.
Daredevil was a joke. He was Ben Affleck in the red leather with the horns, and that's the thing that really shocks me more than anything else is the fact that Daredevil is a prestige character, and you could have gone any number of ways with it. You could have gone to the feature route. They had everybody. Howard the Duck came out of that portal in game.
Yep.
Can you at least acknowledge that they did a good job with Daredevil and just have him, stroll out? No,
it had to be raining somewhere in that end battle for him to just be bleeding a lot and punching someone in the face.
You had a home run reinvention of Daredevil. You had an absolute home run reinvention of Kingpin. And the most surprising thing to me is if you want to fold the division or whatever, that's corporate blah blah blah, but to just toss something like that into the trash, I don't understand that. I really don't understand
brand,
it.
Dan, those were R-rated. This is Disney's for family. Throw it up in front of your kids.
Wolverine's been in a crap load of PG-13 movies, and then he can go snickety-snicked in Logan, and it's fine.
And I think
get it.
and Hellstrom is going to be on Hulu, so Daredevil could have found a home there. And if you fell off on Daredevil, season 3 is awesome. Yeah. There's a prison breakout sequence in season 3 that tops any action sequence that they did in the first 2 seasons. Slipknot, your insight as someone who was a part of a superhero action franchise that kind of got tossed away. Do you have any thoughts on sort of Daredevil getting left behind in the dust?
I think he signed an NDA.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Any cool stories about James Gunn? Are you in the new one?
No, I don't think he is.
Blink if you're in the new one. So stern.
He's so stoic.
Dan, have a staring contest with Slipknot.
This is gripping television. I lost.
No!
This is what happens when someone doesn't show up? And you have to go at 11.
You're not the man who can climb anything, Dan.
No.
You're just not.
No.
Hey, guys. We made a documentary, and it's called Never Surrender. It's about Galaxy Quest, and you can pre-order it on iTunes. Woo. And please do, so that we can make more documentaries. That's the name of the game, babe. We got to keep that engine going.
I got a gross finally. It took forever for Never Surrender.
Ooh.
I finally found the numbers on it. That's pretty good.
Yeah?
It's like $222,000.
We're rich. Yeah. We did it.
Yes, and that all goes right to us.
Yay! I can afford that house I just bought.
The gross that was reported was like, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, thank you guys.
That's Playmobil money.
Yeah.
Did we outgross the Playmobil movie?
No, not quite, but
I'll take it.
Yeah. Somebody else made that joke. I apologize. That was either Lon or Danielle or one of you two. I stole it, and I'm going to give credit to one of you.
But thank you guys so much. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. We're out for pre-order on iTunes December 17th. Again, we appreciate your all support, and hopefully this segues into us getting
and
to
don't worry, none of the money goes to us.
No, absolutely not. That would be
not one red dime.
Never give up.
Never surrender.
Or retire. And to also sort of like say thank you, we want to be able to take advantage of this platform to shout out organizations that deserve it. This month, we are shouting out A26LA. They tutor, teach, coach creative writing to underprivileged classrooms, schools. They help teachers, help their students. You can donate, you can give, you can buy. They do these best of compilations that you told us about.
Yeah.
That's a great like stocking stuffer if you want an easy, cool way to be able to support 826. And then come Christmas morning, everyone will open those up and be like, oh my gosh, what are these? And you can be like, oh, just a charity I support, no big deal. And everyone will be like, you are so cool. And you're like, I know. Like, I know. And then like finally they'll accept your boyfriend Slipknot that you brought to Christmas unannounced.
Whoa, plot twist.
Whoa.
I like layering in story on story on story.
Guess who's climbing to dinner?
Oh, man.
Up on the housetop because he climbed there. So, yeah, please, we've got links in the bottom. Please support 826. Please check them out.
Slipknot, get off the shed!
Get off the shed!
Get down from there, Slipknot!
You can climb anywhere, but you can't comfortably stay there.
Yeah.
And we just want you to be safe. There's ice up there on that shed.
It's true.
There's ice on the shed, Slipknot! Get down!
Hey, you guys want to talk about Home Alone?
Sure. All right.
I do. They're rebooting Home Alone. This is Viva Variety. Archie Yates, Ellie Kemper, and Rob Delaney will star in Disney Plus's reboot of Home Alone. Content for the content gods. Dan Mazer is on board to direct the film with a script by Mikey Day and Streeter Seidel. So insiders say that Archie Yates will not be playing the iconic Kevin McAllister, which is a shame because that really is our Hamlet. You know, just a role.
Every actor takes their turn. As Kevin.
I really think that should be like the passing of the torch for young actors that are then going to be horribly exploited by our industry.
Yes.
To play Kevin, but he'll play a new character in a similar premise to the original franchise.
It'd have to be. That's the premise is the title of the movie. So it'd be weird if it wasn't a similar premise.
Home with Friends.
Home with friends. Oh man, look at him balling. Good for him.
Yeah.
Get that money. Get that money, Archie Yates. So. Originally thought to be Yates' parents, sources now say that Kemper and Delaney will be playing someone else in the film, possibly another couple not related to Yates. That's crack journalism.
Burglars.
Yeah, they're
probably the only other two characters in the movie.
There's Kevin's parents.
They're both playing creepy snow shoveling.
Yeah, are they both Mr. and Mrs. Marley? Like, no.
Can you do this movie? I mean, obviously
Sure.
no. I mean, but like... I don't know. they did that third one that's like wacky and ridiculous, and I think there's talking animals in it.
Is that the one with French? What's
French
his name?
Stewart? Yeah, with French Stewart.
Stewart in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how you do one of these like.
And I'll
tell you how.
2 or 3
you get the kid alone and you make some traps. It's not rocket science.
No, but it is though, because like the first one's good because like it's not like wacky slapstick all the time. You're also still a little worried for the kid because Pesci is scary and funny like at the same time.
He's home alone. You send him to the church. He has the nice moment with the shovel man, and look, they you know what they did for Home Alone 2? They said do that again. You know what they're gonna do for this? They're gonna say do that again. Is it gonna be good? Probably not, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna just pass by in the night like a fart in the wind or a turd in the wind, as Venom would say, and you don't need to watch it.
Well, let me ask you guys this, and Slipknot. I apologize. I keep not coming to you, and I want to make sure that you feel heard.
Much like the film Suicide Squad.
Much like the film Suicide Squad. I wish 4 minutes in he had just vanished from camera because his head had been exploded.
Archie Yates though is really good in Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, he's a funny kid. He's
super funny, and Ellie Kemper's super funny, and Rob Delaney's super funny.
Yeah.
And I like the crazy weird stuff that Mikey Day has done on SNL. And I'm not familiar with Dan Mazer or Streeter Seidel, but I will say talent-wise, they got a good crew. Now,
anything that gets Ellie Kemper paid, I support at least tangentially.
Yeah.
How do you? I want you guys to pitch some traps for a modern day Home Alone, because you got Alexas and you got smart things, and everyone's got a phone,
a drone with a wrench tied to it, and it's gonna fly into Rob Delaney's big head.
He's gonna crosswire the ring. So that it electrocutes you when you ring it. It's gonna electrocute you.
Yep. No paint cans. It'll just be different tablets from the house tied to strings, like swinging down, and they'll just get hit in the face with iPads, and he'll be like, touch screen that, or something like wacky.
You're definitely going to see one of Ellie Kemper or Rob Delaney spin around on a hoverboard going, whoa, 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 whoa,
hell yeah. Yep. There's going to be so many hoverboards, and one of them will catch on fire.
Yeah, perfect.
How many people are going to vape?
I don't think it's Disney Plus. It's Disney
Buzz
Plus.
will vape.
Disney Plus, no vaping.
No vaping at all?
Not on Disney Plus.
Maybe he'll have one on a shelf. That'll be one of the things that falls off the shelf.
Maybe that. I could see that. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of more things, more modern traps that the burglars could run into.
You see, that's one of the weird challenges, is because now like everyone's instantly connected to their. Don't you have the thing on your phone where you just got the camera where you can just like look at your kid and be like, "Kid's good."
Hello, kid. This is father. Continue being good. I do it all the time.
So I don't know how you.
There will be a Wi-Fi thing of like the internet, much like the power and the phones being out in the first movie. The Wi-Fi will be out.
Maybe it's a period piece and Y2K happens that night.
Here's something. Yeah. Maybe I like that idea. Maybe
see my eyes? I was like,
I love the approval.
Any kind of good Y2K story.
Maybe the kid Archie Yates will be like all wrapped up in his devices, and that'll be part of the reason he gets left home alone. And then there's like a technological thing where he has to unleash his inner Kevin McAllister and come up with all of these crazy retro traps.
And we prove that kids aren't just like wrapped up in there.
Or no, other way. The adults and the other kids are all wrapped up in their devices, and Archie Yates is all like, I like playing with toy soldiers. And they're like, what a nerd. But it turns out that that's the skill that allows them to survive.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going with that. Revision.
I have a small pitch. Actually, this is Slipknot's pitch, but he's a little shy. So if you just want to keep the shot on Slipknot, I'll pitch it. Imagine this. Archie Yates
climbs on the roof.
No, Archie Yates lives in a small Midwestern town, and in the barn behind their house, under a big tarp, he discovers some old traps, a canned aftershave, an aquarium with a long dead tarantula in it, and he's like, oh man, and it turns out his grandpa was Kevin McAllister.
Wow.
And then when his small town is threatened by multiple wet bandits, Ellie Kemper shows him old YouTube videos of his grandpa, his various exploits throughout his life with Joe Pesci, Because we can assume that they continued being each other's foils.
You thought the pigeon lady was just a myth.
Yeah, no.
She was real.
Back when I was growing up, everybody cared about Home Alone.
Yeah.
And then
is there gonna be a situation like a Silence of the Lambs type thing where Daniel Stern is in the basement of a building, like you know, with the street with the you know, it's like you must become the wet bandits in order to defeat them. You're not gonna get Pesci.
Yeah.
If Scorsese takes 15 years or however to get Pesci, you're not gonna get Pesci for this. But you can get Stern. I think Stern's gettable. Like some kind of Silence of the
movies
Lambs
that made
thing.
us. He seemed like he was very happy to be in Home Alone.
yeah.
So
he's down.
Yeah.
He actually, I want and what? Well, hang on. What do you think, Slipknot?
all right. He's excited.
I can't tell if he has to pee or if he wants to. Hello, it's me, Slipknot. I have the worst goatee. I want a movie where Archie Yates lives at the bottom floor of a building that's at least 3 or 4 stories. And when the bandits come, he climbs to the top, and the bandits climb after him. And so then he climbs down and climbs a tree. And then
That's how the other one ends.
Yeah, that's true. He zip lines across.
oh no, I'm still there. Now I'm a ghost.
We're learning so many new things about the show.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so weird having someone here who knows what buttons do what. It's so cool.
It's just remember when Nick Cage was like sliding up and down and
I only found that out after the fact.
Yeah. I know. Now we actually have to pay attention.
Was that a pre-tape? Has anyone seen that yet?
Oh, no one's seen that yet. Wait, was that?
No, it was like
that came
Thanksgiving.
up. That went
It was
up.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that went up for
We'll figure it out
Thanksgiving.
later.
Yeah. No, well, we got so used to just not looking at the monitor because we would just be getting frustrated because like a camera would just be like pointed that way while someone was talking for so long.
It's part of this charm of the show, Joe.
We're Wayne's
Yep.
World before they sell out. We're in the basement.
My favorite thing. Hey, what are you guys watching right now that people should watch?
Are we trying to fill time? I thought we had a short show.
We have 2 more minutes. What in the are you watching, Spencer?
Watchmen. Watchmen's very good.
I haven't watched.
Your boyfriend.
I haven't seen Watchmen. I need to watch Watchmen.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to catch up on movies
good.
for the end of the year. There's so many. So that's my main focus. It's been like, what have I not seen? Where is it? Where can I find it?
It's legitimately great. Like, I want it to keep going, which is not what I expected to say.
No,
Daniel loves Watchmen TV series.
Yeah, I fully expected to be like, here we go. And yeah, I've been hooked from moment one.
I Lost My Body on Netflix last night, which is an animated film from France, and it's about this guy, this kid who falls in love with this girl and becomes a woodman, like a woodworker's apprentice, but also in a parallel story, there's a severed hand who's finding his way across town. It's very French and very weird, but very beautiful.
Cool.
And yeah, and it's up for some of the. It could be an Oscar contender for best animated feature. It's been nominated a handful of places.
Right on. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that's out there. If you like weird French animation and stories about severed hands, this is the movie. Boy, your wait is over, my friend. And congratulations.
We just wrapped up with season 3 of Maisel, and they're doing their sophomore slump their junior year. It's rough.
Yeah, that show has
happens.
Bad vibes for me.
Yeah.
It's just too much Jewish mom energy for me.
Yeah.
I have one already. It's fine.
You don't need it.
I don't need another.
Hey, Slipknot, what you watching?
Free Solo.
Guys, that's our show. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow with probably a bunch of Masked Singer talk and, I don't know, some news, whatever. He might even be here again. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll find out. Bye.